Oh. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So finished up work today a little early, and with the season coming to an end, I'm getting pretty excited for all the different activities we're going to have going on here during our off season over the winter. Got a bunch of house projects trying to get wrapped up before the baby comes. Another project that isn't related to the house at all is getting my tree stand set up over at the Freedom compound here. I spent the last couple weekends taking it a little easy on the shooting. Instead, I was kind of walking around in the woods and getting an idea of all the different deer trail patterns, where they're running, which ones are populated, which ones are used every once in a while. So I think I found a pretty good spot. Now there's a couple tree stands that are close to where I want to put my stand, so I put up a bunch of posted signs around them with my phone number, so hopefully the people will take it upon themselves to realize, okay, there's a new owner, better call them, so then that way I can say, yeah, you gotta get your stand out of here. If I don't hear from these people within a year, then I don't want to do it, but I'll be taking their tree stands down myself, and if they want to call me, then that's their choice. But if I don't see them in their stands, if I don't see the stands being used, we'll give them a year. If there is somebody in the stand, then we'll have to say, hey, you got to go. So today we're gonna be hiking up that path there all the way to the top. I'll show you which tree stand I got and get it set up. Guys, so this is the tree stand that I opted to get. Don't be alarmed, the boxing. It came to my house perfectly fine. I just ripped it open to make sure everything was in there. But I picked the brand name. Holy cow! The brand name is Big Game. It is the Warrior DXT model. I picked this. It had a lot of good reviews. It's the ladder's 17 feet tall, so it's going to get me up 17 to 20 feet depending on the hillside, the elevation. I like the fact that this footrest here has the capability to flip in or out, so if I need to stretch my legs out, I can do so without having to work around that bar. I like the safety bar here that it comes with, a nice little shooting post so I can stabilize my rifle better. I always feel really bad when I shoot and wound the deer and I have to track it a while. I like my kills to be as clean and as effective as possible with as minimal suffering as possible to the deer. I also read a bunch of reviews that said the seat is very comfortable. So they say it's going to take about a half hour to 45 minutes to set up. So we'll see how long it actually takes us. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is the fact that this weighs about 50 pounds. So I gotta lug this 50-pound box up that hill. That should be fun. So we're gonna get set up and we'll see you guys up top. All right, everybody. We made it up to the top. There's my stand. There's some extra ratchet straps that I got to make sure the stand is good and secure. And this tree right here is the one that I will be putting the stand on. I like that tree there because it's a good, strong, solid tree. It's thick. There's not a whole lot of movement with it. I mean, the wind's gonna blow it. It'll rock a little bit, but you know, climbing up into the stand, we shouldn't have too much movement from that tree. We have a pretty heavily populated deer trail coming right through there. There's an ATV trail that has a bunch of buck rub on it coming right through here. And then it looks like the deer trail continues off of that ATV trail through here. Nice flat area here where I'm thinking they probably bed down at night. So if I kick them up in the morning, you know, it happens. But then, ouch, jaggers. If anybody doesn't know, jaggers is a Pittsburgh word, just a thorn bush. But then also there's another deer trail that comes out through here. There's one that wraps through there. There's a deer trail that goes up through there. This is the trail that I walked up, and I always see deer tracks on it. You know, there's always a lot of them after it rains. You know, whenever we don't get rain for a few days, this trail dries up pretty quick. But when it is a little bit wet out, you know, there's always fresh prints there. And then just all through all this tall brush, there's so many different deer trails that just weave in and out through here. So I'm thinking this is a pretty highly trafficked area. Again, the tree I'm using is going to be right there, and I'm going to be pointing it so it's facing this way. So that way, my property line is probably about 100 to 150 yards that way. I believe that is south. So pointing it a little bit, you know, pointing it towards the north this way. We'll be shooting into the property. We'll be up high enough so that into this clearing we'll be able to see what's behind any of the deer that I'll be shooting at. So, you know, should I have missed a tree stand and there's somebody in, you know, a stand over here somewhere, as long as they're wearing orange, or even while I'm sitting here waiting, I can scan this area to make sure there isn't anything that I'm going to accidentally shoot behind it that's going to cause a problem. So, and on top of that, this trail continues to wind back there. And like I said, there's always fresh deer tracks on this thing. So, you know, about a week prior, we'll just have to start using our non-scented laundry detergent, as well as our non-scented deodorant and our non-scented whatever else I can find to help mask my odor, so that when I get in first day of rifle, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving, hopefully we can put some food on the table for the winter time. So this is actually the first tree stand I've ever owned. So I'm just gonna kind of read the directions and follow along, and we'll see. According to the directions, they say all you need to put this together is an adjustable crescent wrench. So I have mine right here. Let's get started. Okay. Grab another crescent wrench. Just snug that one up. Ooh. Ouch. Sun's setting. Now we stand it up. Oh, sorry. Ooh. Yikes. Man, my legs are getting shredded right now. Hey guys, so we're back over here at the Freedom Compound. We are headed up to, actually I forgot my binoculars. Spin around real quick. You know what, I bet they're in my backpack. Anyways, we're back over here at the Freedom Compound, headed up to my tree stand that you guys just saw me set up. It got pretty dark really quick, so I wasn't able to get a final shot from sitting up in the tree stand. So I wanted to get you guys that, as well as I found that platform bracket that I missed, that I was missing. It was just as I thought. It was sitting right outside of my truck. I ripped open the box prior to make sure I had everything, and whenever I slung it up on my shoulder, it just must have fallen out. So we found that, so I wanted to get that put back in. As well as get you guys a final shot, and I wanted to get another tie-down strap on the stand. I have two there now, but I am pretty terrified of heights, so I want to make sure that thing is solid and secure, so when I'm sitting in it all day, come the first day of rifle, it's not gonna go anywhere. So we'll hike up to the top and I'll show you guys all that. Okay guys, so we just got up to the tree stand, and this was the platform support that we were missing the first night that we tried to do this. It was a pretty easy fix. Like I said, I did end up finding it, which was very nice. So all we had to do was start. The camera's not working. So there's a bolt right here that we just put in. Took this bolt out of our top ladder. I knew that was going to be safe because it's kind of locked in here. It's not coming out. So pulled the bolt out, flipped that up, put the bolt right in, tightened it down. Platform is good to go. So we got up here, and the directions call for one strap just to hook on here, wrap around the tree to the other side, and they say that was good. Wasn't really sure how I felt about that, so we took another strap, hooked it in this hole here, wrapped it around to the other side, put that in that hole there, and tightened her down. So we got two straps on there. We're not going anywhere. Okay guys, so here's my view sitting in my tree stand. As you can see, I have a nice view of a lot of the different deer trails that are coming and going. I know there's quite a few deer beds all through this higher brush here, and actually I'm going to try to get my camera to zoom in far enough. Give me 2 seconds here while I try to, there we go. Where's it at? So right down here, is that all the more zoom we got? Yeah. So right down here in this tree, this little sapling there, there's a nice big buck rub, as well as Where's that leaning tree? There's a few little saplings right at the base of this tree here that have a lot of buckrub on it. And then right back here, I just saw it right here. There's a tree, this bigger tree that kind of has the knot in it right there. Oh, not my finger. Refocus. Come on, camera. There we go. There's a sapling right next to that that is just shredded from buckrub. And I'm sure if I looked more, yep, like right there, right next to this lighter looking tree here, I can see a nice big buckrub. I mean, there's just all through here, all different saplings that have, they're just shredded from the buckrub and the velvet off their antlers. So, I mean, that's a pretty dead giveaway that this is a pretty highly trafficked area for buck. So, I'm pretty excited. I think we're gonna, you know, if we don't get a deer this year, I at least think we're gonna see a bunch, because I mean, there's just all kind of activity up here. Alright guys, that's going to do it. We got the tree stand put up. We built it out here in the woods, which I actually would have taken it apart and saw what was involved, saw, you know, how kind of consolidated it was and how they had the ladder broke up. I probably would have just built the stand in the comfort of my living room rather than out here in the woods. So that's a lesson learned for me. But we got it built, we got it up, it's hung, it's all, you know, it's safe, it's sturdy, it's not going anywhere. Definitely recommend it. It went together. I mean, other than, you know, it taking me 2 hours because I was in the middle of the woods. It went together relatively easy. It was the first tree stand I actually bought and put together. So it, you know, I definitely recommend it. So if you guys are looking for a tree stand, definitely check out the Big Game. It seems like it's a good quality stand, made of good quality material. Yeah, it was great. So I want to thank you guys for tuning back into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom, and we'll see you on the next one. Good luck to any hunters out there.